Now, this was our first apartment in Olympic Beach. We only stayed here for one night because the drive to Zakynthos is very, very long. Of course, as soon as we arrived, we got changed and went straight to the beach. I had so much energy. I don't know about the drivers though after all those hours in the car, but I was having a great time. Since it was still pretty early, the beach wasn't too crowded, which was nice. And after spending way longer than necessary trying to put my towel on the sunbed, I finally made it into the water. And if you know me, you'll know that once I'm in the water, getting me out again is basically mission impossible. Even though here I'm lying on the sunbed. Yeah, suspicious, whatever. Later we had our first gyros of the trip and it was absolutely huge. I thought I was hungry enough to finish it, but guess what? I wasn't. But it was super delicious. And here we are, finally at the hotel, so let me give you a little room tour. We stayed in room 11 and right at the entrance there's a small kitchen with a mini fridge, which was actually super useful. Then we have the bathroom. It was really clean and modern and I especially liked the walk-in shower. It just took me a little while to understand how it worked. At this point I was so tired that all I wanted was to take a shower and relax. Next up is the triple wardrobe with lots of storage space, although we didn't really use it. We mostly just kept everything in our suitcases. Then we have the beds, which were honestly super comfortable, and these two mirrors, which were really useful, one for me and one for my mom, and my dad, well, he just had to wait. We also had plenty of storage space for all our stuff, and last but not least we have the balcony, which of course I struggled to open. I don't know why this always happens when I'm filming a room tour, but this exact same thing happened 4 years ago in another Greece vlog I made. Back then I didn't manage to open the door at all, so I guess I'm doing some progress. Anyway, this was our review of the pool, and you can also see the bridge we had, which was super cool, and I also filmed some videos on it. You'll see them later. And now let me quickly explain the hotel layout so it's easier to understand. Right over there is the main building where you'll find the reception. Then there's another building at the back and the one we stayed in. Those two are the newer and slightly more modern buildings, but they were all super nice. After taking a few photos at Wolf Rock's beach, we decided to head back to Erika's beach. To be honest, I don't really remember why we left. I think the sunbeds were quite expensive, but I'm not completely sure. Once we got back, we went to Mr. Gyros again, and I have to say, these were honestly the best gyros I've ever had. I also liked that the restaurant had this really cute tradition. They had lots of little stones where visitors could write their names or leave a message, so I wrote my family's name, the year, and that we had visited Zakynthos. I thought this was such a lovely idea, and I really hope our little stone is still there. Even if it isn't, it's a really nice memory. Later that evening, we went to Zakynthos town, the capital of the island. This was my outfit for the evening, and now I will show you everything we saw there. After a long day, we didn't do much in the evening and decided to go a little souvenir shopping. We wanted to get some gifts for my family and of course something for myself too, and we ended up buying an entire total family, I guess. They were just so cute. We also picked up a few magnets to remember the trip, and honestly, even the shopping bag was cool. Unfortunately, the last day on the island had come, but we still started our morning at the beach, just relaxing for a bit. Afterwards, we went grocery shopping one last time to get something for the road back. I absolutely love those Caprice chocolate sticks, and I know they have lots of different flavors, and I recently found out they even sell them in Romania, so I guess I don't have to come to Greece every time just to get them. Then we had our last dinner on the island with a beautiful sunset, and the next morning I said goodbye to our room before we headed to the cars to catch the ferry. From there we started making our way back, but instead of going straight home, we made a stop in Meteora. On the way we crossed the bridge again, and I just love that bridge, but mind you, it's also really expensive to cross. And here we are, finally arriving in Meteora. It was my first time there, and I was super excited to see the monasteries on the cliffs because they looked so impressive. And now it's time for another room tour. This was our room, and I think it's one of the most modern hotel rooms I've ever stayed in. It was really stylish, but I'm still not sure how I feel about the bathroom being completely made out of glass. It was definitely a cool design choice, but for a whole family sharing one room, I'm not convinced. Privacy wasn't exactly the main focus here. We had 3 beds, this huge mirror, and overall the room had a really sleek and modern vibe. It looked amazing, although I'm not sure how practical some of the design choices were. But for one night it was totally fine. Now let me show you my aunt's room. It was almost the same, except the bathroom was right in the middle of the room and they had a bathtub. Let's just say they weren't huge fans of that layout either. But hey, the view from the balcony was amazing. And if you thought our trip was over, you were wrong. We had one more stop before heading back to Romania, and that was Plovdiv, Bulgaria, one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in Europe. See, you can always learn something from me. After arriving, we didn't do much that evening. We just walked around the town, grabbed some food, got some ice cream from probably the coolest ice cream shop I've ever seen, admired the famous stairs, and enjoyed the atmosphere. The next morning, my aunt and her family stayed in Plovdiv for another day, but we headed towards Romania. We wanted to spend a little more time with my sister before it was time to drive back to Germany. And with that being said, this was our summer 2025. I hope you liked it and see you soon. Bye!